What up, Nets fans? You're listening to BK Nets Nation, a Brooklyn Nets podcast. Everything Brooklyn Nets, all the time. From the hottest news to the latest updates, only on BK Nets Nation.
What's up, Nets Nation? Welcome to episode 4 of BK Nets Nation. Tonight we break down the major sale of the Brooklyn Nets, what it means, what we think, and much more. Also, we look back at the first of our 3 games this week, our game in Orlando. With that said, are you ready, Nets Nation? Let's get it. What's going on, everybody? What's up, Nets Nation? Reminder, BK Nets Nation can be found on iTunes, SoundCloud, and Spreaker. Check us out on Twitter at NetsNationBK and at DRivera, BKNN. With that being said, what's going on, Danny?
What's up, guys? What's up, Mike?
How you doing? So we're trying out some new technology today. Got some new audio interfaces to use. Getting Danny caught up on the technology. We're no longer using Skype. We're now in Google Hangouts. And as you can tell, Danny already sounds a lot better. Except I got his ugly mug on my iPad. But besides that, all right, Danny, episode 4, big news. We weren't going to record till Sunday, but when we saw this morning, we're like, damn, we have to get on this. So let's jump into it. Brooklyn Nets owner Mikail Prokorov sells a 49% stake to Joseph Tsai, who will have the option to buy a controlling stake in 4 years. This dude, Prokorov, is making money, Danny. Straight money. Nothing?
He's making bank. I mean, I'm surprised. I thought that was high.
Very high. I mean, that's higher than the Clippers. It was higher than the Rockets, not by much, but
I guess it shows you that that the New York market could still be very profitable, even for a quote unquote, B team in the city. It's the Brooklyn scene is popping.
Yeah, I mean, he spent under $500 million for this team total. Initially, he spent $223 million in cash. He assumed about $150 or $160 million in debt, and covered about $60 million in basketball operations. And that doesn't even include Barclays. He owns 100% of Barclays Center, which is valued at about $2 billion on itself. So he turned an $800 million investment into a $4 billion entity. It's crazy.
He's not a businessman.
Oh, he's a businessman.
It's gonna go over so many people's heads.
But you didn't. No, you killed it because you didn't drop the bar. You killed. I'm done with you. You're a Knicks fan.
No. I mean, I kind of feel like he's so smart that he saw this coming. Years ago, and I do think he's competitive enough to have wanted all the winning, but this was a business move.
Absolutely. Oh yeah, he sold off all his Russian entities, and this is now he's driving on this and whatnot.
Yeah.
So we're gonna be without Proky in a little while, a few short years. I mean, maybe he goes the full 4 years, and that's kind of the kicker. And we'll, I definitely want to touch on this 4-year gap between Prokorov and our new owner, Mr. Joseph Tsai or Tsai. Still haven't gotten the correct pronunciation. But when Prokhorov's days are done and our new owner takes full effect, what are we going to remember about Prokorov the most?
I'm probably going to remember his outlandish comments early on, which kind of like, they kind of gassed me up a little bit as a fan. I remember thinking like, oh man, we finally got, a face of our franchise. But it's a big L.
Absolutely.
Basketball wise, business wise, it's a great move, and he's got a lot of good stuff going on, especially just the Barclays in general. It's a hit, but basketball wise, it's a L.
His guaranteed championship in 5 years, or he's going to get married. He lied to us. It's crazy. I mean, he's done very little. You're right. His smartest decision was saying, Sean Marks, here you go. I'm standing out the way.
Just imagine if he was in if he was in the Knicks, if he was a Knicks owner, he would be obliterated on a daily basis for some of the for not being around, B for the trades, and I think it hasn't gone said enough. I think he forced a lot of those moves.
Oh, he definitely did. Him and his ownership group wanted this. I read an article, and I forget where it was. He had no interest in draft picks. None. He just wanted talent. He wanted names.
Yeah, well.
And look where it got us. Yeah, definitely. I mean, the Celtics trade obviously is number one. And his guaranteeing a championship and some of the things he said. But he's looking at it going, you see what I just did financially?
Yeah.
You know? And our new owner, you know, he's a Jersey local, as are we.
I guess you hope that when he talks, you know, when he's introduced, I guess you would hope that he has some type of love or, you know, admiration for the Nets. You know, since he was from Jersey, and he was in Jersey during the the '99 season, which means he probably saw a good amount of our run. You know, when we were competent, and hopefully that's what made him want to buy the team. And from what I've read, he's interested in the direction we're going. You see that?
Do you really ever trust a businessman?
No.
Exactly. You know, say all the right things because Net fans are pumped and excited about what's going on. And 4 years from now, hopefully, I don't know what's going on your end of the phone.
My dog's getting beat up.
So Danny has a beautiful pit bull. That is, I'm terrible with dogs. So
yeah, I have a pit, and then I have a 2-year-old son who thinks he's Roman Reigns, and Superman punches the dog from all over the living room.
So if you hear any major crashes, you know it's WrestleMania at Danny's house as the dog versus the 1-year-old. So
yeah.
But as I was saying about the 4 years, hopefully 4 years from now, or even 3 years from now, we're in a position where he's really not tempted to tear it down and start again, because I don't have the heart for that. I don't have the patience for that again. You know, things are definitely headed in the right direction. There are going to be bumps, as we've seen. But for the most part, hopefully he's not interested in bringing in his own people. Because like we were talking about off air a while back, in some sports there's that whole, you know, you can opt out. It's not the case in the NBA. I did look it up. It's not in the collective bargaining agreement for general managers to do that. But I think we want a 10-year contract for Sean Marks right now. Get him locked up. Give him big money. Give him Phil Jackson money. Danny's looking at me shaking his head right now.
No, but you know, you got to be afraid of that possibility of, you know, him bringing in his own crew, or even worse, you know, Marks wanting to leave with the job halfway done. You know,
that'll make me depressed.
Yeah, this is kind of like a hopefully it's just a bump in the road, but this is scary.
Yeah, because you never know what's going to happen, you know. I'm pretty sure Sean Marks will be meeting with him as soon as it's official. Because, you know, he still's got to be vetted by the NBA owners and be voted upon. I'm pretty sure that'll happen. And I read an article that China, because he's a resident there, they've been clamping down on their citizens making foreign investments of this magnitude. But because he's a dual citizen with Canada and another country, which just slipped my mind, and he has family here in America, he was allowed to make this deal. China's not a big fan of stuff like this. Don't know why. And he's Jeremy Lin. Big Jeremy Lin fan. Which he won't be.
Well, I mean,
yeah, he's not going to be around a few years from now, so that doesn't matter. But
no, but I think we have some strong. You know, the Brooklyn is diverse. You know, so I think there's a strong market for, you know, the Asian community, and but even with that, you hope that Marks only has the best basketball players here, not because they sell tickets or
Exactly.
because they move in jerseys or you know anything like that. So hopefully that has nothing to do with it. But I definitely think that answers where he is next year.
Oh, well, I mean, the injury, I think, answered that.
Right.
I definitely think the injury answered that. Scary. You never know. One wrong move, and he can look at this and say, you know what, we have to do this differently. You don't know his real outlook until he fully takes charge.
I mean, when they sat down to talk numbers and business, do you think they even mentioned basketball? Like, do you think
No.
they said, "Hey, leave Sean Marks alone, let him make his"? No, they weren't talking.
They'll do that, but Sean Marks will do that for himself between now and if and when he takes over. But no, they're straight cash. When you're talking a $2.3 billion valuation on a team that was sold 7 years ago for $223 million,
we could have afforded it.
What we talking about? I mean, seriously, like, we got pennies that they. I don't even have a good analogy for what kind of.
How much do you tip the waiter to keep the ice cold?
$100.
Had a boy. How many references you think over listeners' heads?
I don't know. If you guys aren't Jay-Z fans, you're definitely not going to get a lot of these references. But if you are, then you totally understand what we're talking about. And this is just what Danny and I do.
Well, just to make a quick point while we kind of get off topic, last episode we I think I said something about Darren Williams went from top 5 to not mention it all, and some of the people that I'm friends with that were listening to the show started talking about that line, and just for the record, and I know we've talked about it before, Takeover was much better than Ether. I'm sure you agree.
Yeah, no, you're out of your mind. What is?
You don't agree?
No, Jay-Z got destroyed.
No way.
Don't get me wrong. I let my. All right. Do you see a big purple screen?
I do.
What the hell? All right. Well, anyway, forget that. Whoa. Well, you could look at that. I'll look at you.
Okay.
The Adventures of Google Hangouts. So, all right. Moving on as we experience. Oh, there I am. I'm back. Technical difficulties abound today, Danny. Shall we start talking about some actual basketball?
Yeah.
All right. So, Orlando Magic, second game on the road, another L on the road, another game that we should have won. I'll find the final score here. Lost by 4. I thought it was a great game up until the fourth quarter. It was
phenomenal game.
Yeah, so much fun to watch. Back and forth, a lot of lead changes until the fourth quarter. And I mean, you can give me your ideas of the game, and then I'll kind of go into some of the numbers. But I'm going to hammer some people about the fourth quarter. So,
well, I can tell early on with this team, you're going to have one of two feelings after each game: gut-wrenching losses that hurt because you're going to say
facts.
We should have won this or we should have did that, or you're going to have games where we win and we're going to be like, wow, did you see this? Did you see that? So, this is one of those gut-wrenching moments. And when we're the 9th seed and we don't make the playoffs by a game or two, right?
You'll look back on this and be like, damn, you remember October?
Remember when we were dominating the whole game and we were playing so well? And what I thought the play of the game was when Damari Carroll looked like a beast and just ripped the ball out of the defender's hand or the guy with the offense. He got that steal and laid it back up. So much emotion, and then you went from the play of the game to the L of the game, the ugly, and that was your boy, D'Angelo Russell.
We're going to talk
early
about
in the
him.
shot clock, just pulling up. That was a really bad shot, and there's two ways to look at it: bad shot because you missed, or he had the cojones to take the shot. And we haven't had point guards that are willing to do that. And I know you're going to disagree because it didn't go in. If it goes in, you would have texted me.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So, I applaud him for wanting the moment, but, this offense isn't tailored around a Kobe or a no, this is who's the open, and there was a